Hi guys, welcome to today's ALINA STARKOV makeup look. This is the fan art that I found inspiration from, and I'll link the artist info down below. I'm going to first start off by brushing my brows into place and going in with an angled brush and my brow powder here just to start off with creating my eyebrow shape. I don't want to go in with a white color at first because I do want to create a shape initially and then I can just color over top. I just feel like that's the best way to do it. So I'm just outlining my brow as usual, nothing crazy, and you don't have to be too perfect with this. Now time for an angled brush, and I'm just going to be carving out the brow, using my concealer to do this with as well. And now when I'm happy with that, I'm going to go over top with my white eyeliner pencil. This is NYX in Milk, and I'm just brushing over those hairs. As you can see, it's going to look a little awkward at first. That is because we're literally coloring the hairs, which is totally fine. We're going to have a few steps to go with this as well, but I'm really just coloring as much as I can over top at first. And any of that excess you see on the bottom, you can just brush it away. It's looking a little Santa Clausy right now, but it's all good. We will fix it up. So now I'm going to go and pat some loose setting powder over top of it just to set that color into place and that product into place as well, because it is a creamy consistency. And as you can see here, I'm just kind of carving back some of the brows so it's not looking too straggly. Now, I've already done the other brow off camera, so I can really focus on this one with you guys, but I'm just going back over top and just making sure it's that exact shade that I want. And I'm even going over top, as you can see, with just a little bit more white powder until I'm really happy with it. It's really just about really playing with the colors and your products and what you have until you've created something that you really like. As you can see, I'm just kind of brushing over with a spoolie, and now I'm going over top with just some other loose powder, some lighter colored powder with just a random brush, and just setting that all into place and lightening the brows as well. Alright, so I still wasn't quite happy with what I had, so now I'm just using another random brush, and I'm just going over top with a white matte shadow. I don't want to go in with anything shimmery because I don't want any unnatural looking brows, but that's what I'm going in with there. And what I started off with was just a regular white cream base on the eyelids, and now I'm going in with one of my contour shades because I want it to look a little bit natural. Since ALINA she's described as having a very gaunt looking face, I'm trying to create, more sunken in eye shape situation. And I'm just going to be blending that out into perfection there, and I'm bringing that onto my nose as well, just so I can create more of it looking like that's just the way my face looks. I'm going in with a little bit of a darker shade in the outer corner there towards my end of my crease, and just blending that out with another brush there. As you can see, you can use the same brush, but I happen to have another one that was clean, so I figured why not just use it to go ahead and smooth everything out. And as you can see, I've already done the other eye off camera, and I'm really going in here with an angled brush just so I can bring all of that shadow towards my nose as well, and going on the bottom eye as well, just with some of that same shade, just so we can create some deep sunken eyes here. Alright, now I'm taking some of this gold color and just another small random fluffy brush and just putting it towards the ends or the inner parts of my eye. I'm going in with a really deep gold shade there on the fronts, on the top and bottom of my inner eye corner. Hello, that was a mouthful. And then I'm going in with another lighter gold shade with my finger, and I'm lightly sweeping that across my eyelid. I don't want anything too crazy, but since she is the sun summoner, I wanted a little bit of a gold touch to her look here, so that's just what I'm going for. Just kind of wanted that to just naturally sit on the eyes, since she's obviously not in any position to be wearing any makeup anytime soon. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking a brown pencil here, and I'm putting it on the inner waterline on the inner corner of my eye, and I will also be taking it on the outer corner of my eye. I took inspiration from just the average Russian woman, as I literally Googled just that. And a lot of them really do have an angled eye shape. They have very thin and small corners of their eyes. I really don't know how the best way to describe that, but I'm just kind of pulling from that, since we don't really have too much to go from since she is a book character, but I'm just putting that on the ends of my eye, just so as you can see it's really kind of creating more of a small eye look. And I'm bringing it over top as well, just to create a little bit of a liner at the top. I don't want anything too harsh quite yet. We will go in with another eyeliner, but for now, just dragging it towards the end. And what I'm doing here is putting that white eyeliner on the very middle part of my eye. Now it's time for the eyeliner. So I'm not doing anything too crazy, just a very simple line, and I am bringing it to a wing on the very end portion, since that's really going to enhance that eye look that we just created. And now I'm doing is I'm just brushing that white and that dark color and just kind of mixing it together with a clean brush. And now just time for mascara. Don't want to do anything too crazy here, since again she doesn't wear any makeup as what's described in the book, unless Genya is helping her out. But I'm really just going for more of a natural kind of look here. Now what I'm doing is creating her very signature under eye bag look. So this is why I didn't go a little heavier on the concealer underneath my eyes, because we're already going to be drawing on literal eye bags. But this is a very iconic part of her look. And of course, after she does gain a little bit more control of her powers in the books, she does have a more healthy appearance, but I felt like this was a little iconic, so I just wanted to create that. And then I'm just putting a little highlight on some parts of my eyes there as well. You don't have to necessarily do that step unless you want to. So now I'm just putting just a tiny bit of contour at the very end of my nose. I didn't want to do anything too harsh, since there's no necessarily description of her nose in the book, so I just kind of wanted to just enhance that part of my face. And I'm going in with a contour. This of course is a very vital step as well, so you can use just a small brush or an angled brush if you have it to contour. And as you can see, I'm starting off with a lighter color, and then I'm doing a tiny bit more of a darker color. I'm just using what I have. Now usually I would stop right towards the middle of my eye for a contour, but since she is very gaunt and very skinny looking and very pale and all that great stuff, I'm really just dragging it down because I want to look as gaunt as possible. Just bringing a little of that on the top of my forehead as well, just to connect everything. And now I am also bringing some dark color on the bottom of my jaw there, just to really enhance that feature as well and bring it all together. Now I'm going in with this cute little banana color, and I'm putting it over the top of the contour on like the actual top of it, not like over top of it. I hope that made sense. Just because I wanted to really enhance the dark contour that we've achieved. And now I'm just going to semi-bake here. I'm just putting some loose powder right underneath that contour that we just created. And I'm very, very carefully, of course this is sped up so it's not going to look that way, putting a little bit of gold as a highlight over my cheekbones since she is a sun summoner. Wanted a little bit of a gold touch. I just thought that would be really fun. And now I'm just blending all the contour together, brushing away a little bit of the semi-bake there, and I'm going with just a very, very small amount of blush, just enough to look natural, and a lot on my nose there since it is very cold and a lot of scenes in the books, they're in somewhat of a Russian climate. So that's what I'm doing there, just to make it look a little cute and natural, like she's been in the cold for a little bit. So what I've seen in the average Russian woman is that they have very beautiful lips, and over top, a lot of them I've seen had a little bit of a larger lip than the bottom, and so that's just what I'm doing there, is lining my lips. Of course, use a lip liner if you're a normal person. But I'm just really just doing that, is lining my lips just a little bit larger on the top. You can skip this step if you'd like to and just go with more of like a nude lip or a natural looking lip. But this is what I just thought would look really great for her. So this is my failed attempt. I thought maybe putting on eyelashes would be a good idea, and then I decided to scrap the idea. So that's just me making that mistake. Now I'm going over top of the lips with a slight berry matte shade, just enough to create a little bit of color on the lips there. And I decided to go over with this pink shade, just to give it a little color. Now what I'm doing is I'm just carving out the bottom lip and making sure to clean up any of those harsh edges that I left when I was lining my lips. And now I'm just putting some loose powder over top of that. And now time to put on some setting spray. And just another finishing touch was putting a little bit of a dark shadow on the bottom. And a little bit again on the very top in that crease there. And that is it for this ALINA STARKOV look from the Grisha Trilogy. Thank you guys so much for watching.